this is something I'm going to do. I'm going to figure this out. I'm never going to back away from this. This is something that is going to happen in my life. When you're really clear about that, when you know why it is that you're doing this, then the next step is to find somebody who matches you, who matches the same kind of intensity that you have. And most people don't. Most people don't. 1 in 7 is going to be the ideal, perfect partner with you. Many of them will be good customers, great customers, and eventually they might love the product so much that they start sharing it with other people, and eventually they grow into an entrepreneur. But you don't want to grow an entrepreneur. You want to find one who is looking right now for the opportunity. Somebody who really has the pain in their life or the dream. And so when you're talking to somebody, you're basically trying to find out, do they have an urgent need to make more money as an entrepreneur? Or do they have a burning dream to be financially free, to have freedom? Those are the 2 characteristics you're really looking for with somebody. And not everybody wants that. Not everybody is ready for that. Not everybody is going to say yes to that. So we have to be the ones that make the decision on who we select rather than them selecting us. So the fastest way for me to resolve the sales part, somebody says they're not good at selling, that's good, because we don't sell. We select. Who do we select? We select somebody who has an urgent need or a burning desire. How do you select those type of people? Well, sometimes we just have a conversation with them. What are you trying to accomplish in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be? What's your ideal lifestyle? I'm curious. Would you mind sharing that with me right now? As soon as you start moving them into the imagination zone, all of the objections are gone. Objections are really found in the fear box. If they're in the fear box, then all they really see are the objections. All they really see are the problems that they're going to have to overcome. All they see is the people saying no. They don't like rejection. They see, I'm too busy, because they are too busy. Everybody is. And they're stuck. If they're stuck in their fear box, there's more than likely never going to get out of that unless you have the courage to take them to a better vision. They're going to probably ask you where you want to be. So this is some homework you need to do for yourself. Where do you want to be? What is your lifestyle like 5 years from now? Where do you live? What kind of income are you earning? What kind of level did you reach in RX? What kind of freedom did that give you? How does it feel to be healthy? How does it feel to have lots of very successful friends? Because over the 5-year period of time, you've attracted into your life, you've enrolled yourself several dozen people, and those people have enrolled several dozen. So you, as one of the leaders there, you'll know several dozen very successful people. You'll have very successful friends 5 years from now. You'll have a lot of friends who didn't do it, who failed and who quit and did something else. That's true. But the ones who survive, the ones who make it, the ones who are there 5 years from now, guess who they are? They're positive people. They're entrepreneurial. They're just the best. They're not quitters. They're thoroughbreds. They are the best of the best. And guess what? As a leader, that's who you get to hang with. That's the friend you have. So I want you to draw these symbols because they represent the four biggest obstacles that people will put up to you almost every single time. And if you want to have a great life, in the future, you want to have some of those things as part of your life. You want to have love, you want to have health. That's what that body is. You want to have free time. And how good is that for you? How great will that be for you? See, once you're really clear about that dream for you, then when you talk to other people, and have them share with you some of the dreams that they have for themselves, you get to determine who they are. Are they entrepreneurial or are they employee-minded? Because an employee-minded person will talk about, well, I want a steady job. I want to have, something where I can have my family, safe, and they'll be using all kinds of safety languaging. And your entrepreneurs are going to say, I want a bigger house. I want to travel the world. I want to, I want to give a lot of money away to charities and things. They just think differently than an employee-minded person. One of the fastest ways to really get it really like which are the three most important of those things to you? What's really important to you? Just give me three. So you've shared with them some of the things that they could accomplish, but say, if we could boil it down to just three things that you would have to get in the next 5 years, what would they be? What would they be? And when they tell you those things, they're basically sharing with you their dreams. How strong is their dream? On a scale of 1 to 10, how strong is that dream? How strong does it need to be in order for them to really succeed at this business? Their dream needs to be 8, 9, 10. It needs to be burning. It needs to be like, this is what I really want. Freedom is what I really want. When I talk to entrepreneurs around the world, and I say the word freedom, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm in China, I'm in Russia. Freedom, they just resonate with that word. It's like a tuning fork, and the tuning fork is tuned to the freedom note. When I hit that note, they just respond to it, But some people don't respond to it, and they go, no, I really don't want to do that. You tell them you're going to have to sell some things, and they go, I don't want to sell. I'm not good at that. That's not something I want to do. Well, what does that tell you about them? It might tell you that this is not something that they really are going to be really good at. They might be willing to share the product with friends and things like that. But you're looking for, in my opinion, of these 4 people that you select, if you could get 4 racehorses, 4 people who really wanted to be entrepreneurs, this would be the best way for you to grow your business. But how many people do you need to talk to in order to find, a good racehorse? Somebody who's an entrepreneur, who's hungry now, burning now, desperate now, really has an urgent problem to make some money and bring money in the door. The probability is smaller, and I want you to not be afraid of that. When somebody tells you no, I want you to go, this may not be the right opportunity for them. I shared with this, I think a couple of weeks ago, the 5 characteristics that I'm looking for, and they spell the word RX. I'm looking for a special kind of person. I'm looking for somebody where they have a positive attitude. They're just positive people. They don't get discouraged all that often. They're not depressed. They are just pretty much positive most of the time. Would you like a negative person on your team? I don't think you'd want that person on your team anyway, would you? So, but as you share with them what it is you are talking about, they may resonate with that and they may not. If they don't resonate with that, it's not your fault. I just want to take away all the guilt of when you approach somebody, especially if it might be a friend of yours, and you approach them and say, I got this thing that I'm doing, and I'm really excited about it. We're training, and I'm learning, and I'm just growing so much. And they go, that just doesn't seem to fit who I am. You're looking for the right type of person. So for me, I want somebody who is positive. If they're a negative person, I don't want to select them. I don't want to have them part of my team. I'm looking for somebody who loves people. That's the heart. Who loves people, who enjoys working with people, who likes to get together with people, who likes to share with people, who is a people person. And a lot of people are not people. Some people are, but a lot of people aren't. The I stands for independent. So I want to be the boss. I want to be independent. Means freedom. And the other I stands for, in my opinion, it stands for income. I want to make some money. I want to be an entrepreneur. I know that I could make more money at this process than I could work at somebody else's job for the rest of the next 40 years. I want to be independent, but I also want to be financially free. So, and then finally, I want to find somebody who is excited about the opportunity, who is thrilled about it. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I think I shared this with you, this little map that I use. What I want you to do over the next several weeks, you're going to be talking to a lot of people, and some of them are going to say no, not because you presented it wrong, not because they don't like network marketing. Most of the objections they use is because they're an employee, not an entrepreneur. Like 6 of the 7 people that you'll talk to would not want to do any of the things that we do, even if you showed them how they could do it, because it's just not who they are. It's just not something that resonates with them. They want to be secure. They want to be safe. They don't want to step outside their comfort zone. They're happy with where they are. That's what security is. Security is where you are happy with less. That's security. And as an entrepreneur, almost all of us are not happy with where we are right now. We want more. We want to step outside our comfort zones. Don't be offended if somebody doesn't want to join your team, or join the company, or join the industry. For some of them, it's okay. It's okay. They can be product users. They need the product. Everybody you talk to needs this product, period. Everybody. But not everybody needs to be in business with you. The ones you're in business with, you want to select them. You want to select the best. Say, let's go for it. And then take time to develop the clarity map with them. You do this with your customers to try to determine whether they are an employee or an entrepreneur. And if you discover by asking, doing this little exercise with them, you discover that what they really want is the same thing you want. They want freedom, they want time freedom, they want money freedom, they want relationship freedom, they want health freedom, they want to be free in all areas of their life. That really drives them, select them, say that you'd be perfect for this business. Let's go. Yeah, you have to have the courage to, when 6 people say no to you, you have to have the courage to go, this is probably not the right business for you. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with the industry. It has nothing to do with the company. It has nothing to do with the products. It just doesn't fit, right? Yeah, it's very powerful to say, this probably isn't for you. But just before you leave them with that, you want to make them say, when I build this business like I'm going to do this, when I've figured it out for me, will you be ready to join me then? Maybe you're just starting and you haven't made the money yet. Say, when I've really figured out the secrets to make this thing work, you want to join me? Want to join me then? So you plant the future seed for a year from now, 2 years from now. where you can come back to them and say, told you I was going to make this work. I made it work. Now let's go do it.